Before we start today's video, I'd like to say that we were almost up to 200 subscribers, so if you guys like my content and want to support the channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, and also make sure to like my video and turn on the notification bell to get updates on my channel. Alright, now let's get into the video. Welcome back, Nintendo's, welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to be telling you guys the entire history of Zelda, so now let's get into it. This is the entire Zelda timeline, and as you can see, it goes in really weird orders, and all the games are in weird places. So now I'm going to be explaining it, and now we're going to start with the first game, Skyward Sword. The story begins with The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Long before Hyrule existed, the world was attacked by the Demon King Demise. The goddess Hylia lifted humanity into the sky to protect them, creating Skyloft. A young knight named Link discovers that his childhood friend Zelda is actually the mortal reincarnation of Hylia herself. Link travels across the surface world, forges the Master Sword, defeats Demise, and establishes the internal cycle between Link, Zelda, and evil. And with Demise's dying curse, the fate of Hyrule is sealed forever. Next comes The Legend of Zelda and the Minish Cap. Hyrule is now established as a kingdom. A race called the Minish, also known as the Picori, also once gifted humanity a secret blade and light force. But the sorcerer Vati corrupts the power and turns Princess Zelda to stone. Link teams up with Elzo, shrinks down to Minish size, reforges the Picori blade, and defeats Vati. This game also explains the origins of many classic Zelda games and traditions. Then comes Legend of Zelda 4 Swords. Vati returns. Link draws the 4 swords, splitting himself into 4 versions of Link to stop the Wind Mage once again. This introduces the legendary 4 Swords itself, a weapon that will appear again later in the timeline. Now we arrive at the most important game in the entire franchise, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Ganondorf, King of the Gerudo, seeks the Triforce. Young Link gathers the spiritual stones, opens the sacred realm, and accidentally allows Ganondorf to seize power. Link is sealed away for 7 years and awakened as the hero of time. After an epic battle, Ganondorf is defeated, but then Princess Zelda sends Link back to his childhood, and this creates the famous split in the Zelda timeline. From here, history fractures into 3 separate timelines. The 3 timelines are, number 1, the hero is defeated timeline, number 2, the child timeline, and number 3, the adult timeline. Let's start with the darkest timeline first. A Link to the Past. In this reality, Link loses during the events of Ocarina of Time. Ganondorf attains the full Triforce. Years later, in The Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, Hyrule falls into chaos. New Link rises to challenge Ganon, rescue the descendants of the sages, and reclaim the Triforce. This game establishes many classic Zelda traditions: the Master Sword, Dual Worlds, and the iconic version of Ganon. After defeating Ganon, Link leaves Hyrule and becomes stranded on Koholint Island in The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. He discovers the island is actually part of the Windfish's dream. To escape, Link must awaken the Windfish, causing the island itself to disappear. It's one of the strangest and most emotional Zelda stories ever made. Then come The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages and The Legend of Zelda Oracle of Seasons. Link travels to two different kingdoms, Labrina and Holodrum. Twin Rova attempts to resurrect Ganon through dark rituals. Link stops them, and though Ganon briefly returns in a mindless form. Generations later comes The Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds. Hyrule now mirrors another collapsing kingdom called Lorule. A new villain named Yuga emerges with Ganon and threatens both realms. Link and Zelda restore balance using the Triforce, and this game directly parallels Link to the Past, acting almost like a spiritual sequel. After that is Triforce Heroes. Yes, this game is canon. Link travels to the fashion-obsessed kingdom of Hytopia to break a curse placed on Princess Hylia. It's lighter in tone, but still part of the official timeline, which feels really weird. Far in the future comes the original game, The Legend of Zelda. Ganon attacks Hyrule and steals the Triforce of Power. Princess Zelda splits the Triforce of Wisdom into pieces before being captured. Link gathers the fragments, defeats Ganon, and saves Hyrule. The game that started it all is actually near the end of the timeline. Finally, we have Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link. Link discovers a sleeping Princess Zelda from an ancient age. He battles followers of Ganon who seek to revive the Demon King using Link's blood. Link succeeds, awakens Zelda, and prevents Ganon's resurrection. And that concludes the Fallen Hero timeline. Back in the child timeline, Link warns Zelda about Ganondorf before his rise to power. Then Link leaves Hyrule and enters the events of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. In the parallel world of Termina, the moon is falling. Link relives the same 3 days over and over, while confronting grief, loss, and death itself. He ultimately defeats Majora and saves the world. This is easily one of the darkest games Nintendo has ever made. Next comes The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Ganondorf is captured before he can conquer Hyrule. Thanks to the Triforce's power, he survives execution. He manipulates the Twilight Realm and invades Hyrule through sand. Link teams up with Midna, transforms into a wolf, and eventually defeats Ganondorf in one of the greatest final battles in Zelda's history. Midna destroys the bridge between Hyrule and the Twilight Realm forever. Then comes The Legend of Zelda Four Swords Adventures. A new incarnation of Ganondorf appears and steals a powerful trident. Link once again uses the Four Swords to split into 4 heroes and seal away evil. This game reconnects the Four Swords saga back into the main Zelda mythology. In the adult timeline, Link disappeared after defeating Ganon. When Ganondorf returned later, there was no hero to stop him, so the gods flooded Hyrule beneath an endless ocean. This leads into The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker. A new young Link sails across the Great Sea to rescue his sister Ariel. He discovers the Lost Kingdom beneath the waves and battles Ganondorf once again. In the end, King Dauphine's wishes for old Hyrule to finally disappear forever. The ancient kingdom is erased beneath the sea. Immediately after Wind Waker comes The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. Link and Tetra explore new seas and encounter the ghost ship Bellum. Using the Phantom Hourglass, Link saves Tetra and defeats Bellum. This acts as a direct sequel to Wind Waker. About a century later comes The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks. Tetra's descendants founded a brand new Hyrule on a new continent. Technology advances. Steam trays now cross the ocean. Link, a royal engineer, and Princess Zelda work together to stop the Demon King Malladus. This is one of the furthest points in the adult timeline. Now we arrive at the most mysterious point in Zelda history, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Nintendo intentionally placed this game so far in the future that the previous timelines have blurred into legend. Calamity Ganon destroys Hyrule, Link falls in battle and sleeps for 100 years. When he awakens, Hyrule lies in ruins. Link proclaims the Divine Beast, recovers his memories, and defeats Calamity Ganon alongside Zelda. This game references all timelines, which has sparked endless debate among fans. Finally, we reach The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Beneath Hyrule Castle, Link and Zelda discover the mummified Ganondorf. His awakening shatters the Master Sword and sends Zelda back into the distant past. We learn about the founding era of Hyrule, the Zonai, and the first king, Rauru. Zelda transforms herself into the immortal Light Dragon to restore the Master Sword over thousands of years. Link defeats Ganondorf in the enormous final battle above Hyrule, and once again, the cycle continues. Across countless generations, the spirit of the hero returns. The blood of this goddess endures, and the hatred of demise is reborn again and again. That's the full chronological Legend of Zelda timeline, at least for now. Because knowing Nintendo, there's always another timeline waiting to happen. Thanks for watching.